Skelton Hour, Red Skelton Hour, show number 1620. Absence makes the hate grow fonder. VTR, January 10th and 11th. Air date, June 13th.
CBS presents this program in color.
From Television City in Hollywood,
The Red Skelton Hour.
brought to you by Dristan Nasal Mist, the decongestant nasal spray that gives you deep relief from sinus congestion and head cold's distress. Dristan Nasal Mist.
Ready for takeoff, pull up your chair. We'll make it plain tonight
that you can shake off all of your cares when we begin our flight.
We don't have coffee, tea, or milk for you as we navigate around. But there'll be comedy and music too that'll get us off the ground. Our guest stars, Arden. Our special guest stars, Marilyn Michaels. David Rose and his orchestra. The Alan Copeland Singers. The Tom Hanson Dancers. And here he is, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start, I must tell you about this up on my forehead, see? That is a birthmark. I went to San Francisco over the weekend by train, and I got on the wrong berth. I feel good tonight. I had a dream. I dreamt I was the greatest salesman in the world. I sold a hot water bottle to Richard Burton. You know, hot water bottles are nice when your feet are cold. But you ever try to get your feet down on one of the neck on them? Hey, talking about hot water bottles and things, how about all over the country, the weather we've been having? Hey, turn the camera. I want to see that. Look at the sign. Look, weather. W-E-T-E-R, weather. It's W-E, well, that's the worst spell of weather we've had in a long time. He's our dialect writer, this fellow, see? But you know the difference between weather and climate in California? Climate is what brings the tourists out to California, and the weather's what drives them back. The weather's really been cold. Down in Palm Springs, it was so cold the other morning, I started to take the garbage out, and it refused to go. And when the wind blows down there, it's really murder. And when it comes from the south, that's when it's cold, you know. And you can always tell a south wind. It goes, ooh, you all. And for months, Georgia has been asking for one of those frozen food lockers, and I gave her one the other morning. It was the living room. You know, it's amazing how everything gets real cold when it's a bit chilly out here, especially spoons. The other morning, I stuck my spoon down in the breakfast food, and it's the first time I've ever heard cereal go snap, crackle, and whoops. And people do the craziest things when it's cold. Like, I know one guy that drives around with a Rolls-Royce convertible, the top down. I says, boy, you're going to pick up something. And he did, 2 blondes and a redhead. But he was rather disappointed. They were colder than the weather. But we shouldn't complain out here in California about this cold weather, because we've been expecting it for a long time, because you'd be surprised how many Democrats said it would be a cold day before we ever had an actor as a governor. And you know, since Brown's out, the schools have even changed. The kids are now saying, "How now, Ronnie Cow?" But it's beautiful this time of the year out here. The smudge pots are in bloom. Smudge pot, isn't that a wonderful name? It sounds like a messy belly dancer. See, I know what you want, but I can't give it to you. And up in Berkeley, they don't use smudge pots. They just have matches and draft cards. Personally, though, I've always been fascinated by those clubs that go down to the lake in the Middle West around Lake Michigan and Lake Erie, and they go swimming. They call polar bears. You ever hear those clubs? Yeah, polar bear clubs. I was known as a rooster bear. A rooster bear. That's somebody that goes down to the water with the polar bears and turns chicken. But you take my word, boy, never trust a member of one of those clubs, because anybody that will say that he enjoys swimming in a cold lake in January will lie about other things, too. And this is the time of the year when the flu season starts. And don't fight it. Just take off your clothes and go to bed. And if you're a waitress in a bunny club, just put on some clothes and go to bed. You know those bunnies in those bunny clubs? They're, you never know if they've got a cold or not. They're too polite to sniffle. And with those costumes, they're afraid to sneeze. And you know, one of the great sports in the winter is to go fishing when the ice freezes over. See? And a lot of people enjoy that. So with that in mind, I would like to do a short little pantomime showing a fella fishing on the ice.
Tonight, Red Skelton as George Appleby, Eve Arden as Clara, and Marilyn Michaels as Gussie in Absence Makes the Hate Grow Fonder.
Okay, fellas. Okay. All right, at ease. At ease.
Oh, social director. Running across the desert, I got bit by a rattlesnake.
Well, you should take something for it.
Okay, make me an offer.
All right, that's all for now. Enough. Mr. Grover, you know, you're scheduled to pitch horseshoes with George Appleby, but he isn't here. I don't know where he is.
Oh, well, the heck with him. I'll pitch by myself. Oh! I didn't throw it yet. What happened? Don't you know that horseshoes are lucky?
Not when you catch them in your mouth.
Oh, that's a good one.
Isn't it? Good heavens, she's got enough defective parts to be recalled by the car manufacturer.
Boy, you're hotter than a Mexican box lunch.
All right, it's time for medicine ball.
Medicine
yes,
ball.
Yes,
Oh, boy. Medicine ball.
Come on. I said it's time.
Good.
Come on, up to it.
Okay, officer, I'll tell you how it happened. I was speeding because I was hurting.
Officer?
Yeah.
Oh, do I look like a flatfoot?
You don't look like a flat any place.
Boy, that's a good one.
Oh. You're trying to tell me something, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
We got. Oh, that's just my wife. My wife. Oh, I don't even know him. I don't even know.
Hello, George.
Oh.
Now, don't be afraid, George. I promise you I'm not going to hit you, and I promise you I'm not going to kick you.
Oh.
But you know one thing I am going to do?
Why?
Break that promise.
I think you just broke my promise.
Yeah, well, it's time for horseback riding now. Yes. You have your jotfers.
What?
You have your jotfers.
Only when I eat strawberries.
All right, everybody wants to ride a horse. It's this way. Yes.
Well, if you can ride a horse that way, you could polish the saddle at the same time, you know?
Now, George, we're here to relax in
We
the
are.
fresh air.
Yes, but I hate to pay $35 a day just to see you get your tongue sunburned. You know?
George, I want you to get plenty of rest, dear.
Right.
I want you to live a long time, George.
thank you.
At least 27 months.
Oh, why 27 months?
That's how many payments we've got left on the car. Now, if we stand here arguing, we'll never get any rest. Now, open up a couple of those desk chairs.
Those deck chairs.
Deck
huh?
chairs,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
All right. Wait, get the chairs here.
Oh, George. My grandfather has more strength than you, and he's been dead 3 years.
Well, your grandfather's not only stronger than I am, he's luckier. What's so funny?
I just saw the cue.
Oh,
George.
Yeah?
Do you remember our honeymoon? You couldn't get down the Murphy bed, and I had to spend the whole time sleeping in the next room with Mother.
Yeah, those were the good old days.
Now, George. Well, you can't do it. Let me.
All right.
There it is.
Yeah,
Pick up the grass,
Good heavens,
George.
look what you've done to the grass. They don't make these resorts like they used to.
Now, George, it's costing us $35 a day here,
Yeah.
and you're going to go home like every other vacationer with a painful sunburn.
All right, you say so.
Now, stick out your face.
Well, it's out as far as it'll go.
This is vinegar and olive oil, George. It'll give you a tan.
Well, I never saw brown salad, I'll tell you. No, not too much oil. I'll slip through my clothes. Go to there.
George.
Oh, it is hot.
I think you're on fire.
Oh, I am.
And you're smiling.
Yeah. After being married to you, I'm thankful for any warmth I can get.
Good evening, Mrs. Appleby. Is your husband with you?
No, he's against me. I'm also against him. In fact, we've got one of the few marriages that breaks even. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Appleby, enjoying your vacation, sir?
Oh, boy, am I tired. I'm so tired, if we were home, I'd have to do the dishes in bed. I tell you, I haven't got the strength to fall down. Oh.
George, you seem to be breathing awfully fast.
Looking at you will slow down, I'll tell you.
Now, one more crack like that, George, and I'll revoke your breathing license. Here, keep it.
Okay, take it.
Oh, say, Mr. Appleby.
Yeah?
What'd you think of golf, huh?
What do you think? Who?
Of golf.
Oh, golf. I don't like the game at all.
No?
No, the caddy kept saying, keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball. I kept my eye on the ball, and he stole my club.
George,
Yeah?
don't tell me you lost your niblick.
I wouldn't touch that line with a 10-foot. I tell you, I was crawling through the cactus, and the guy's like, I could lose anything there, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, let's go crawling together tomorrow, George, and maybe I'll lose you.
Say, Mr. Appleby.
Yeah.
How was your archery, huh? Did you hit the bullseye, huh?
Yeah, no. I just hit one of them. The bull was using the other one to wink at a cow.
Really, George? You ought to be on the Sunset Strip. You're a riot. Oh, George, look at you. It's a fine way to come to dinner. Do you realize that the back of your neck is dirty?
Well, I don't eat with the back of my neck.
Even a cat washes before it comes to dinner.
Well, okie dokie. Yeah.
You look like you're getting ready for a guest shot on Daktari.
Hi, Appleby.
Hi.
You gonna eat with your wife?
No, I'm going to use a knife and fork.
Boy, you're sharper than a porcupine's trousseau.
What a rude waiter. He didn't even say excuse me. I hope the dinners are better than the floor show.
Well, here we are.
Oh, thank you.
I have very nice frog's legs.
Well, you would know.
Well, the frog's legs are excellent.
They are, huh?
Yes. Can you see what that lady at the next table is eating?
Well, the way she's built, she can't even see what she's eating.
Well, I do like to know what I'm getting. I slipped up once when I got married, and I'm not going to do it again. George, you do remember our wedding.
Please, not when we're eating.
George, I'm still waiting to order. Now, will you find out from the lady how good the frog's legs are?
Okay.
And please, George, use a little tact.
Watch it out in the kitchen there. You what, dear?
I said try to use a little tact.
Little tack, all right? Little tack. She's so big, I better use a nail. Say, pardon me, fatso.
Now, just a minute. That fatso happens to be my wife.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me, Miss Fatso. Hey, Clara, I think I'm in trouble. You better come and help me, Clara. Clara, hurry.
Hurry, George. Hold it.
Thank you.
Gee, I think he busted my upper plate. Boy, if this vacation gets any lousier, it's going to seem like a second honeymoon. I got to apologize to this lady. You pardon me for being so rude.
Well, yes, I think I
Thank
will.
you. You're a good sport, Fatso.
George, for the last 30 years, I've had the strangest feeling that ours is not the perfect marriage.
Yeah.
We always seem to be fighting with each other.
Well, who can we fight with? We're the only ones we know.
You know, I have an idea, George.
What?
Why don't we separate?
Separate? You mean go separate? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Just for the rest of the vacation.
Oh, I knew there was a catch to it.
Oh, George, just think. We'll have 3 more lovely days. We'll go to separate hotels.
Yeah.
And all I want is the luggage, the car, and the money.
Want me to send over a quarter blood a day? 3 whole days away from you. Well.
Oh, now, George, don't be silly. I'll only be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Why should you be crying?
I'm thinking about Monday.
Silly George.
Well, you're leaving, huh?
Yes, I am.
Well, aren't you going to give me something to remember you by?
Oh, all right, George.
Okay. Wait, aren't you going to hit me goodbye?
Watch the window! Watch the window! Watch the window!
That's the sloppiest waiter I've ever seen in my life.
Mr. Appleby, you could have killed that waiter.
Well, put his funeral on my bill, will you? You all right, old boy?
If you don't give me combat pay, I'm quitting.
I don't blame you. I think he's been nipping the sherry. What a sneaky way to get out of washing of windows. Gee.
Yes, good evening, madam.
I'd like a room for the weekend, please.
Yes, what would you like? American plan or European plan?
Just give me the room. I'll make my own plan.
A pleasure trip, eh?
You bet it is. I'm here without my husband.
Separate vacations.
Yes.
Would you sign the register, please?
I'd love to. Now, I don't want my husband to find me. What's a good phony name?
Well, now, we've had a good run this year on John Smith.
John Smith. That sounds very good. John Smith.
Thank you.
Now, I hope it doesn't throw you, but I do have baggage. Good evening, A.G.
All right there, Charlie. Well, you can take it easy tonight. No problems. Oh, I've just rented the last room.
Good.
Come on now.
Take it easy. Oh, good evening, sir. What can I do for you? I would like for you to give me a room and bath.
Well, I can give you the room, so you'll have to take the bath yourself.
Hey, you miserable creep.
Well, I just remembered, sir, all our rooms are taken.
Oh,
However, if you don't mind sharing a room.
Oh, I don't mind at all. I see where Mr. Smith checked in here 10 times tonight.
Well, this last John Smith is our only single, sir.
Oh, he must be getting away from his Pocahontas, too, huh? Smith. It looks like a cough drop convention.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, I guess. Wait a minute.
Say, you're not going to write another John Smith, are you?
No, you don't think I'd be hokey, do you? My name's John Doe.
I see, sir. Yeah. Well, your room is right down the end of the hall, sir. You won't need a key. There's no door on the room.
I don't mind bed bugs, but then look on the register to see what room you've got.
I ain't got nobody. And even if I did have, George wouldn't notice. Well, I'd better hang these things up.
Now, all hotel rooms are alike. They're all alike. The walls are thin when you want to sleep, and when you want to listen, they're thick. Well, let's see. Now, what does a married man do when he's all alone? First thing he does is unpack. That's what he does. He unpacks. Boy, the perfume in here. I wonder what kind of a guy I drew for a roommate. Hey, he must use that sexy foot powder. Here we go. One of them guys. An underwear salesman. Well, leave him there. Maybe we can get him filled. I think I'll brush the teeth and get the taste of marriage out of my mouth.
Oh. Well, I guess I'd better put on my sleep mask. If I dream about George, I certainly don't want to have to see him. Oh, that's marvelous. I can't see a thing. Oh, that's perfect for watching the reruns of our Miss Brooks. Now I lay me down to sleep, miles away from George the Creep.
You should see me with my pacifier. There's a small hotel where we beat the bill. Boy, these cheap hotels have all got lumpy mattresses. Boy, oh boy. This must be Mr. Smith, my roommate. Boy, he sure let himself get soft, I'll tell you that. He must be on one of those high flab diets. Look at the hair on that bum. One of them beatniks. I bet that lumps his motorcycle.
It's a man!
Huh?
A man!
Where? You think you got trouble as a woman in my bed? Get up! We get out! Clara!
George!
Oh, Clara, I thought you was the lump.
Oh, George, I thought we were somebody else.
Oh, thank goodness we're just us. I tell you.
You know, George, this is the first time we've been in each other's arms since we wrestled to see who would pay for the license.
You know, this is more fun than arguing.
Yes, it is,
Yeah.
George. George, if you remember how still, let's kiss.
All right, I remember they say pucker up like you're going to say prune or whistle for a taxi.
That's very good.
Oh, God. Hold it! Hold it! Wait a minute. Holding a pucker at my age ain't so easy, buddy.
We made a mistake, sir. You two don't belong in this room together. This is a family hotel.
Well, we're a family, husband and wife.
Oh, sometimes we can't tell which is which, but we're married.
Oh, yeah, that's what they all say.
Now, wait just a minute, Clammy. Get your hands off of me. There's the marriage license. There, signed, sealed, and delivered in Tijuana.
Hey, they are married.
You bet.
Excuse us, sir. Sorry, ma'am. Have a wonderful time. We're terribly sorry.
George, how sweet of you carrying our marriage license with
I carried
you.
with me all the time.
Oh, isn't that sweet? You know something, George? You really are truly romantic.
No, I'm not. I'll find a loophole in this thing if it's the last thing. Tonight, our musical guest is a lovely young lady who made a tremendous hit in playing the part of Fanny Brice in Funny Girl. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marilyn Michaels. Turn around, let him see you. Let him see you. You certainly are a tiny little thing, Marilyn. You are tiny. How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet with heels.
How are you with the regular guys? No kidding.
Red.
You're 5 feet?
Yeah, I'm 5 feet, and my boyfriend is 6'6".
You're 5 and he's 6'6". What does your boyfriend do?
An awful lot of bending over.
You know, I heard your latest album, and for a tiny girl, you certainly have a big voice.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Red.
You know,
Thank
I used to be a pretty good bathtub baritone myself.
Did you really?
Yeah, but my voice is shot now. When I blow up my duck, all the wind's gone.
You know, that's a shame. You should let me give you some exercises. I can give you marvelous exercises and bring back your voice.
Really?
Sure.
You can do that?
Wonderful.
What kind of exercise?
It's called isometric.
You are?
No, isometrics, they're tension exercises.
Oh.
And if you have a chair, I can show you what you can do sitting down.
Oh, yeah,
Marvelous.
we've got it
You
right
have
here.
one?
Oh, it's been here all day.
Good, great. Oh, this is fine. You see? You put your hands underneath it right like this, see? And you pull up real hard like that. See, it's good for developing your chest, and it's good for developing your shoulder muscles. Right, see?
Let me try it.
Go ahead, try it.
And I'll get your voice back.
Oh, it certainly will.
All right.
See?
Help!
See, your voice is stronger already.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, before I get nosebleed, here's Marilyn Michaels with our singers and dancers. Okay, take me down. No, down!
Move over, sun, and give me some sky. I've got me some wings, I'm eager to try. I may be unknown, but wait till I've flown. You're gonna hear from me. Give me some room, you people up there. On top of the world, I'll meet you, I swear. I'm staking my claim. Remember my name. You're gonna hear from me. Fortune smiled on the road before me. I'm fortune's child. Listen, world, you can't ignore me. I've got a song that longs to be played. Raise up my flag, begin my parade, then watch the world over start coming up clover. That's how it's gonna be. You'll see. You're gonna hear from me.
Let's all go back in history to a magic land of mystery where we shall find a mixed-up kind of miss.
Liz Taylor played her splendidly, but I know that part was made for me, and thanks to you, it all came true like this. La 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 la. Cleopatra was the queen of them all.
Queen of them all.
In the days when they were having a ball.
Having a ball.
Guys would come from every corner just to worship and adorn her.
Every day they used to knock on her door.
She was a bore when they'd line up single file. She fixed those old Egyptian things with a pinch of poison in their drinks. Cleopatra of the Nile. She was Marby-Doo at moving her feet. Ooh, what a beat. At a dance you'd find her hanging around, digging a sound. But there's one thing she resented. Records hadn't been invented. So she hired a society band. She was grand with the Guy Lombardo style. She fractured all the local kids with a hop around those pyramids. Cleopatra of the Nile.
Mark Antony and Caesar were always there to please her. They used to hug and squeeze her every night. But when their lives were taken, she brought a nasty snake in and never did awaken from the fight.
It was tragic when she started to go ever so slow. How she suffered through that wonderful scene, you know what I mean?
Since her death went on for hours, she could still enjoy the flowers.
She looked lovely till the moment she died. Everyone cried when she flashed her final smile.
The romance lost a loyal friend when the viper got her in the end. Cleopatra of the Cleopatra of the
Cleopatra of the Nile.
La 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 la.
Maybe one day they'll make me a star. Show me the way, no matter how far. Don't stop me from dreaming. My name will be gleaming upon that old marquee. You'll see. You're gonna hear from me.
And now the Silent Spot, starring Red Skelton. Tonight, we take you to a typical small-town garage where we find Red as the old mechanic. Don't go away. Red will be back in a minute. Here he is again, Red Skelton.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our sponsors and staff, we sincerely hope that our entertainment and our products have brought happiness into your homes. So we'll say goodbye for now. Until next week, may God bless. Good night. Thank you.
Head for the runway, our time is gone. Lower the landing gear. our friends near and far, anywhere, au revoir.
This is Art Gilmore speaking.